Good Lord, it's dark in here. Okay, let me throw some light on here. This light's all weird. There we go. All right, so hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Brad Tragic video. And well, today is a little bit different. As you see, I'm standing here walking in my apartment with the light blaring on back there. I'm going to turn this on, that off, kind of. No, it's a little bit better light, kind of darkish. Here, this will work better. But anyways, I wanted to shoot this video kind of just as a different kind of looking video. I got something on my glasses. I can't really tell what's going on. Let me set this down real quick. And let me, just going to stand up for a second. There we go. All right, let me fix my glasses here real quick so I can see out of them. Always, when you get stuff on your glasses, it's so annoying. Anyways, let me pick it back up again. All right, here we go. So today we're going to be reviewing a TV show. It's really, really cool. It's a show on Netflix, and it's a British show. It's a UK show. I guess, is that the same thing? British, UK, whatever. Anyway, it's the end. Is it called The End of the Effing World? And it's all bleeped out and everything on on Netflix. It's really, really cool. It's a really cool show. It's around who is it? James and Alyssa is the characters, and they're basically kind of I think they're junior, seniors in high school. I believe they're seniors in high school. Alyssa seems to be like she was like 17. Yeah, she says she's 17 in the movie. So that's right. So she could be a junior. Right? You never really know. They don't really say like what grade they're in high school, but you know that they're from high school. And I think like I don't know. They never really said if like school was over or it was still going on, and then they start to do this thing. But basically, it's about them on this crazy adventure. A bunch of stuff happens. Kind of dark. There's cursing in it and stuff. But it's really a decent. It's really a good show. And if you go by watching, if you watch shows on Netflix or anything on Netflix whatsoever, you know that when you hold, usually I know on my PS3, which that's where I watch my Netflix on, when you hover over something, usually it'll start playing like a little bit of it. Well, one day I got stopped. I was done watching something, and it popped up all some of this new stuff that was on there, and it started playing the trailer. Actually, no, that's not where I saw this at. Oh, it was a. I got loud. It was a British show, or it was a one of those things where it says coming to Netflix, and this came on there, and it makes you laugh so much. So if you want to check out the trailer from this, look it up. It is super hilarious. You've got to check it out. It's so funny. If you like things like Napoleon Dynamite and you can handle the humor type of things, but you also like crazy stuff like Pineapple Express and stuff like that, you might actually get a kick out of this because this is kind of way out there, like that kind of stuff. But see, I'm not a huge fan of Pineapple Express, but this kind of follows the same kind of thing. There's not a whole lot of, there's not that kind of stuff. It's not like a pop movie or anything, which I do think they smoke at a couple points in the show, but they don't really say anything. They just kind of like, show it on there, and they don't really do much, but they don't really say what it is or what they're smoking, whatever. But they do drink a lot of alcohol on the show, and there's different stuff, and they get a little crazy, and there's some stuff where you think it does get a little. I wouldn't say sexual, but it gets a little like risque at times where you think they're going to go there, and then they don't go there. So I can only assume that. And here's the thing: I'm not going to say any spoilers, but at the end, I may kind of tell you that I'm going to do some spoilers, and then you can turn off the video. But there's a lot of talk that it wasn't going to come back for a second season, and they don't really know what's going to happen. But if it does come back from a second season, it's going to be a while. There's only 8 episodes as well. I can't talk for some reason, but there was only 8 episodes as well. So and they're about an hour long. I think they're all about 45 minutes or something like that. Some are not even that long. But it's a really good show. It keeps you interested. Like I literally could have binge watched this if given the time to do it. I could have sat there and watched it. Super great show. It's definitely worth checking out. Like I said, it's 8 episodes, and they're all probably like average about 40 minutes per episode. Some are a little bit longer than that, but it seems like some episodes move like super fast. It goes doo, 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 doo. And it seems like there's always some dragging parts in the show, or there's kind of like really dull. Most episodes have that part in the show, but then by the end of that episode, it's picked back up, and something happens in every single show. Something happens to make you want to go, hey, yeah, I want to watch what happens. And the funny thing is, it's not the end of this show. That's what the cool thing about it. Like I said, it's kind of got that Napoleon Dynamite kind of. I'm trying to think of a good example of a movie to kind of put it with. But basically, the whole thing of the story is all I'm going to tell you guys. You got to check it out. You got to see what happens. You got to watch the show. It's really, really cool. Is that something happens? They're running from the law, but by the time that anybody figures anything out, like they've gotten like way far away because evidently these cops in this show are really, really stupid. But but they do some interesting stuff, and if this would have happened in America, this would never work because they would have got caught like immediately. Just stupid things they did. But the place where they're filming it and stuff, like it's all basically like they seem to walk like forever in this show too. So like I said, there's a lot of dull moments where they're just walking and talking, and but there's very cool dialogue in the movie that really keeps you kind of like watching as well. That's another thing too, like quick wits, funny things, funny altercations about this. Um, James is like a really solitary person, and as the show grows, you kind of see him begin to kind of come out of his shell. So it's kind of good, and you see that in the show. Alyssa is kind of the same way, but she's kind of as she stays with James, she starts to kind of gain his traits a little bit as she starts to kind of become a little like him, being reserved in certain things and things. But as he kind of comes out of his shell, she kind of catches up to him and kind of comes back down to where she was originally. And it's kind of a weird show like that. Like it kind of runs a gauntlet in terms of emotion. So it's really, 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 really a good show. Like I said, it's a British show. If you can't handle that, that's the thing with me, and my wife gets super annoyed if she ever sees anything I'm watching on Netflix, is that I leave the subtitles on constantly anyway, because sometimes I'm watching movies when it's late and I just don't feel like turning them off. So I always leave them on. It's easier sometimes because sometimes if I don't catch something, at least I can read it on the screen. And usually I hear their voice. It's loud enough for me to hear their voice. But sometimes I don't like loud noises very much. It's not that I have anything wrong with my ears. It's just like I would like to see what they're actually saying. And sometimes I won't catch it. So it's good to have, especially if they're British. So sometimes it's hard to understand. Any foreign language is hard to understand sometimes. So it's a great movie. Definitely need to, or the movie. I heard there was a movie because I was looking something up, and I think they might have made a movie about this, and then now they made a TV show. So it may be a British movie. I'm thinking, but I can't be guaranteed about that. But there is a show. It's on Netflix. Like I said, I don't know if the second season's coming out, but if it does, I'm definitely going to watch it and definitely going to review it. But season one was great. You got to meet different characters. There wasn't like a slew of characters, but I would kind of hope that maybe down the road more characters are kind of reintroduced into the show. Some of them that weren't super major, that you kind of get them sprinkled in here and there, to have them come back with cameos. That'd be kind of cool. Because there was like a gas station scene, and the mother and son there, they kind of have a funny part near the end of this series, and I kind of wonder if something's going to happen there. Things like that. I don't know. But anyway, now I'm going to talk about some spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you need to turn it off right now. In about 30 seconds, I'm going to start talking about spoilers. So turn it off. If you don't want to be ruined, turn it off. Because I'm going to spoil it. I'm going to tell you what happens at the end of the season. So you don't want to get ruined. So only if you've seen this show and you want me to tell you what I think about the complete thing as a series and talk about some spoilers in the show, let's go into that. All right, last chance. Last chance. I'm going to spoil stuff. All right, so The series was really, really good. I love this. I love this TV show. If you haven't got that from my review yet, so I'm giving you a little extra time to hit the stop button if if you don't want to be spoiled. But here's the thing. I was waiting for him to do something, and I really didn't know if he was going to end up killing her or whatever in the show because he talked about killing. He always wanted to kill her, and he thought about killing her, and she's like, "Oh, maybe this is the girl that I'm going to kill." And it's kind of a cool thing. I'm like, "Whoa, what's the show going to be about? What kind of darkness is it going to be? Is it going to be about girls he's going to meet and like kill or something like Dexter or something like that?" And that kind of got me into the show because I was like, "That's kind of a cool concept." So I started watching the show, and it's completely different to what I think. And like I described like earlier on in the review, kind of like kind of like dumb humor, like really really dumb humor. And there's sexual innuendos everywhere, and she's trying to she's trying to get with him. Really, she's trying. I think she's trying to. It seems to me, this is just my like honest opinion on the movie, is that all through the movie she's trying to get him to emit an emotional response. And when at the end he finally does and he's ready to gung ho. He's ready to do the horizontal polka. Like she like shuts him down. But she says it in a nice way, and it was a bad time. It was like the day before, like the cops are gonna end up showing up. But anyways, so that's what I think. Like all through the movie, she's trying to bring that out of him. And like when he killed the dude in what was it, episode 4 or 5? Holy crap, that was insane, crazy when that happened. And I didn't see it coming, but when I seen him hiding under the bed, I kind of figured. I was like, oh, he's gonna end up killing this dude because he's gonna come in, he's gonna attack her, and he's gonna get pissed and he's gonna do something. So when it happened, I wasn't surprised. I was like, holy crap! And of course, it makes you go to the next episode. And it was just a cool movie. It was a cool show, and the ending, like they end up finding her father, and the whole ending. I think the last couple of episodes like was kind of stupid, to be quite honest. But the whole other part of the series is what saved it, and the ending is really good, with her being held back, and he's like, he knew they were both going to get caught. So he like slams her in the face with a gun and just starts running. And he said, "I'm going to take the blame." And so he ends up getting shot by the cops, or that's what they think what happened. That or they just hit a gunshot and he probably went down to the ground. So let's hope that he didn't get killed. If they have a second season, which this is my thing. Any show that gets that big of a popularity on Netflix nowadays, if they throw enough money at them, they're going to come back. Because now they have another hit on their hands on Netflix that they're going to probably... I mean, this show has been getting pretty good reviews from what I'm reading. Is they've got some pretty good reviews. And making this review is probably going to help it. Hopefully people find this review and they watch it. But this show is so good. Nobody knows what happens at the end because it went black. And then a gunshot rang out. So you don't know if James got shot. You don't know who got shot. If somebody turned on the cops and started shooting them, you don't really know. Or if she shot herself, you never know what happened. But if anything, I think they should come, if they're not going to do a TV series, come back and do a movie and do something to close up the deal. If they can't get them to sign a TV series deal, come back and do a movie to finish the series and to kind of finish the story off, and add it to the collection of Netflix, because they kind of left an open ending to the show, and then it kind of would suck if we didn't get a ending to it, kind of like Carnival. If you ever seen the Carnival show, they only had 2 seasons, and they kind of had to rush the ending of the second season. You kind of wish they would go back and redo the second season how they were going to do it and end it the proper way, because I think they said that they wanted at least like another season, and they wouldn't let them have another season to finish everything up. But anyways, The End of the Fucking World is the name of the show, and it was a really good show. And like I said, I talked about the spoilers. The whole cop thing was so annoying. There's these 2 girl cops, and I don't know what the deal is. I'm assuming that they got drunk one night and they got freaky with each other. That's the only thing I can think of was what they're talking about. But the entire time it was pissing me off because I'm like, dude, just make them have a love scene, like in a the hotel room. You don't have to show it all, or you don't have to do anything. Just show them kissing and end the scene. That's all you got to do. But like during the whole entire series, like as soon as they showed the cops, it was instantly annoying that they kept on having like conversations about what they did one night. And it's like, dude, just freaking say what we did. Like, what the hell? You can kind of guess that like that's what happened. Like they got, they either one of them kissed or the other, which I'm assuming she kissed the higher up cop, and it didn't go well. That or they did something more than that. And then of course at the end, the black chick tries to get with her to stay at the hotel room before they wait, and it's like she's like no, because she got mad at her for not wanting to help the kids, and it's so stupid. It was dumb. It was dumb. Anyways, there you go. There's my review of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys didn't get spoiled. I hope you turned it off when you turned it off if you haven't seen the show, because it'll kind of ruin the experience for you. So watch the show, have an open mind, and if you thought it wouldn't ruin your experience, then don't stop the show if you think it's going to suck after the second episode. Keep going, because I'm telling you, wait until the part where the dude kills the person if you didn't think this was going to ruin your thing. Then it picks up, and it's really goes crazy from there. Like I said, it's an interesting show. It's a British show, and it's always cool to try and watch a British show and see if you're going to like it. There's a few shows I haven't liked. I didn't really like The Fall. I started watching it, and I watched like episode and a half, and I just wasn't into it. It was so boring to me, but I want to try and watch it at some point again. I don't really rush to watch Netflix originals much anymore because I know they're probably going to stay on there a while. I think the only reason why they would take them off is just they just don't have space anymore. And if then, they would probably just release them to DVD, or have them come back on eventually at some other time. Which I could see that happen. A lot of Netflix originals, like what would be one that's off right now that they're not coming back with? What's the werewolf show? Because I could see them taking it off for a while and then putting it back on. Now Orange is the New Black, I don't see them ever taking that off because that's like super popular. But that one, the one I'm talking about with the werewolves and stuff like that, it wasn't super popular. It's surprising because it was a really good show. Anyways, End of the Fucking World, great show. Hope you guys check it out. Let me know down below what you think of the show if you do check it out. If you've already watched it and you're checking this out just because you want to know what other people think about the show, cool. Thank you for checking me out. Make sure to subscribe for more content. I do daily content. I said doo-doo. Anyways, check out my uploads down below to see what I've currently uploaded. And also, don't forget, keep rocking and keep watching Netflix. Later.